you've all been waiting for. We're getting into our award ceremony. We'll start with agriculture reporting. This award recognizes the best agriculture writing or production on farming practice, agricultural policy, research and innovation, hunger, food and nutrition. 4 journalists were shortlisted for this award, namely John Okea, The Cooperator Magazine, Julius Odeke, Transformation Magazine, Paul Murungi, Daily Monitor, Stuart Twino Mjuni, Urban TV. The second runner-up for the Agriculture Reporting Award is Stuart Twino Mjuni of Urban TV for the story Fighting Unemployment Using Banana Fingers. The first runner-up is Paul Murungi of Daily Monitor for the story Pearl Dairy Dilemma, Farmers Stare at Bleak Future. The winner of the Agriculture Reporting Award is recognized for a comprehensive, enlightening, and interesting story on the challenges of Uganda's agriculture food chain. The winner is Julius Odeke of Transformation Magazine for the story Farmers in Teso Paradise and Oranges Agonized Overnight. Julius knew he was going to win, so he came. Julius, thank you for coming through. Investigative reporting. This award recognizes excellence in reporting based on one's own initiative, scrutiny, and investigation of matters of public importance. Shortlisted for this award are Daniel Lutaya and Godfrey Badevye, NBS Television, Halima Abdallah Kisule, Daily Monitor, Irene Abalo Oto, Daily Monitor, Solomon Seranja and Joshua Mujunga, NBS Television. The second runner-up is Irene Abalo Oto of Daily Monitor for the story Alleged Sexual Abuse of Deaf Girls Puts Officials on the Spot. The first runners-up are Daniel Lutaya and Godfrey Badevye of NBS Television for the story The Milkshake Inside a Gang of Extortionists. The winning entry demonstrated that sometimes the best investigations are not ones that uncover the unknown, but those that connect the dots, explain trends, and analyze the undercurrents of societal debates. The winners are Solomon Seranja and Joshua Mujunga of NBS Television for the story The Eyes Have It. Photo and video journalism. This award is given to photojournalists or video journalists who display excellence and creativity in the visual presentation of a news story, feature, or subject. Shortlisted for this award are Abubakar Lubowa, Daily Monitor, Nicholas Bamlenzaki, The Observer, Songa Stone Mwesigwa, Victor Opira, and Collins Rukundo, Storytelled, Stuart Higa, Bukedde. The second runner-up for the Photo and Video Journalism Award is Abubakar Lubowa of Daily Monitor for his photo series titled Drawing the Lines. The first runner-up is Nicholas Bamlenzaki of The Observer for a photo essay titled Ugly Side of the Pearl of Africa. The winners for a stark and moving video feature of an empty Kampala in lockdown are Collins Rukundo, Songa Stone Mwesigwa, and Victor Opira of Storytelled. This production is a demonstration of the power of simple and inventive visual reporting of public affairs. The next category, Public Works and Infrastructure Reporting. The Public Works and Infrastructure Reporting category is new to the Uganda National Journalism Awards this year. With a significant amount of public finance set aside for the works sector annually, it is important for journalists to consistently provide quality reporting on contracts, administration, budgeting, engineering, design, and accountability. The second runner-up in this category is Simon Semanzi of Urban TV for the story Uganda Gets First Airbus. Simon is being represented by Olivia. Okay. The first runners-up are Samuel Sanya and Shamim Saad of New Vision for the story Kampala Flyover Construction Project Expanded to Take Longer. The winner for this category is Canary Mugume of NBS Television for reporting that provided an in-depth and informative 360-degree analysis of Uganda's infrastructure crisis. We're going to start with the arts reporting category. This category recognizes stories that provide relevant context, background, and analysis of the creative arts. This is an important award because the time and space dedicated to arts reporting in Uganda is on the decline, although the arts industry grows year on. We encourage more journalists and media managers to interest themselves in covering the exciting and impactful work of creative artists throughout Uganda. The journalists shortlisted for this category are Daniel Lutaya and Thomas Chitimbo, NBS Television, Frank Walusimbi, NTV Uganda, John Bianen Simbe, The Observer, Joseph Sabiti, NBS Television. The second runner-up for the story Arts and Politics is Joseph Sabiti of NBS Television. The first runners-up are Daniel Lutaya and Thomas Chitimbo of NBS Television for the story, I feel like I should sing this story, but let me try to say party after party in the lockdown. All right, and please, whoever is tweeting, don't forget the hashtag is ACME Awards 2021. The winner of the Arts Reporting Award is heralded for using his years of reporting on creative arts and his storytelling prowess to present an in-depth, interesting, and comprehensive story of the impact of COVID-19 on Uganda's creative economy. The winner is Frank Walusimbi of NTV Uganda for the story The Impact of COVID-19 on the Arts. I am certain Walter's Uganda is questionable, but he's representing Frank Walusimbi. The next category, the Data Journalism Award, is given to exemplary data-driven investigations and reports. It focuses on the effectiveness of the use of data to tell a story, data presentation, statistical analysis, interpretation, and visualization. 4 stories were shortlisted for this award. The stories were produced by Blanche Musinzi and Christopher Kiseka, Uganda Radio Network, John Antusingwire and Felix Basime, InfoNile, Martin Luther Okech, Daily Monitor, Norbert Atukunda, Daily Monitor. An honorable mention for this category is given to Blanche Musinguzi and Christopher Kiseka of Uganda Radio Network for the story Between Indecisiveness and Thumbprint Lies. We can still clap. The first runners-up for the Data Journalism Award are John Antusingwire and Felix Basime of InfoNile. Felix Basime, an experienced and much-loved journalist and mentor, passed away after a short illness this year. Let's have a moment of silence for Felix. May his soul rest in peace. John and Anne Felix win the first runner-up award for the story Karangura, caught between the dual dangers of COVID-19 and the water crisis. I think Felix deserves another hand clap. The winner of this award is recognized for excellently analyzing and explaining the impact of the ongoing pandemic on Uganda's electoral system, using data and sound investigative techniques It demonstrated how public finance, politics, and governance were affected by COVID-19. The winner is Norbert Atukunda of Daily Monitor for the story COVID Data Contradicts EC Campaign Freeze. The next category, news illustration. This award is given for the skillful illumination of complex information in interesting, entertaining, and enlightening ways. Entries received may be comics, maps, charts, diagrams, videos, or cartoons. Only a handful of entries were submitted for the competition, and we strongly urge creatives in Uganda media houses to take advantage of this award to showcase their best work. The winner of the News Illustration Award is Walter Mwesije of NTV Uganda for illustrating through video the devastating impact of floods in Kusese on Kilembe Hospital. The next category, political reporting. This award recognizes reporting of politics and power that informs and engages audiences. The finalists in this category are Bernard Higa, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, Christopher Ola, Mega FM, Paul Kayonga, NBS Television, Paul Kayonga and Godfrey Badebye, NBS Television. The second runner-up is Bernard Higa of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation for the story, The Impact of Kyagulanyi and the People Power Wave on Uganda's Politics. The first runner-up is Paul Kayonga of NBS Television for the story, Gang of Seven. I will protest for the next time. With every media house reporting on the campaign season, political jostling, and fast-changing power dynamics, in 2020 it was difficult to separate the noise from the news. One story managed to rise above the fray by telling an objective story of politics and power through the use of a good range of sources and strong explanatory journalism. The winners of the Political Reporting Award are Paul Kayonga and Godfrey Badebye of NBS Television for the story, The New Dilemma. The next category, Energy and Extractives Reporting. The Energy and Extractives Reporting Award is given to stories that enhance understanding of Uganda's energy and natural resources sector. Shortlisted for this award are Dennis Sigoa, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, Gerald Tenwa, New Vision, Lydia Navakoza, Swaliki Sali, and Hassan Waswa, NBS Television, Samuel Sanya, New Vision. The second runners-up for the Energy and Extractives Reporting Award are Lydia Navakoza, Swaliki Sali, and Hassan Waswa of NBS Television for the story, The Rich but Poor Kilembe Mines. The first runner-up is Dennis Sigoa of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation for the story, Mwelo Rockland Acquisition Saga. The winner of the Energy and Extractives Reporting Award is a story that masterfully illustrated the nexus of natural resource extraction, environment, and land and governance. With clear storytelling and strong sourcing, it presented the challenges and opportunities that Uganda's oil resource presents for the current and future generations. The winner is Gerald Tenwa of New Vision for the story, the story concerns raised over the crude oil pipeline. The next category, explanatory reporting. This award is for exemplary storytelling that presents, breaks down, or analyzes complex public affairs issues. Winning stories in this category were judged on the journalist's understating of issues, clarity in writing and presentation, and factfulness. The journalists shortlisted for this award are Kanari Mugume, NBS Television, Dennis Sigoa, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, Norbert Atukunda and Isaac Mufumba, Daily Monitor, Robert Athaire, New Vision. The second runner-up award goes to Dennis Sigoa of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation for the story Uganda's iconic buildings, sites and monuments under threat. The first runner-up award goes to Norbert Atukunda and Isaac Mufumba of Daily Monitor for the story Money Spent in the Name of Coronavirus. The winner of the Explanatory Reporting Award is heralded for his fast-rate analysis of a crisis that hit the center of learning excellence in Uganda. The winner is Kanari Mugume of NBS Television for the story Ivory Tower in Flames, What Happened That Day? The next category, sports reporting. This award goes to a journalist or journalists who cover sports with originality. It recognizes reporting that brings sporting occasions and events to life with creativity and stories that tell the unreported concerns of the sports fraternity. The journalists in the sports reporting category are Becca Rwesabula, BBS Terefaina, Javier Silas Omagor, Step FM, Olivia Nakate, Aban TV, Solomon Saka, NBS Television. The second runner-up is Solomon Saka of NBS Television for the story Wonder Kid. The first runner-up is Becca Rwesabula of BBS Terefaina for the story Omzibe Azanya Ebkonde. The winner of the Sports Reporting Award gave a face and voice to an experience of hundreds of athletes across Uganda. The story demonstrated the tension between sporting ambition and retrogressive cultural norms about women. It was excellently sourced, well-crafted, and engaging. The winner is Olivia Nakate of Aban TV for the story Female Athletes and Menstruation, the Unspoken Battle. The next category, education reporting. The Education Reporting Award recognizes reporting that makes an exceptional contribution to public awareness and understanding of issues around education, policy, research, learning outcomes, teaching practices, finance, and innovation in Uganda. Shortlisted for this award are Carlton Scovia Nakamia, BBS Terefaina, Damali Mukaye, Daily Monitor, Isaac Kisa, The Independent, Sam Ogwal Alero, Voice of Lango. The second runner-up award goes to Damali Mukaye of Daily Monitor for a series of investigations on the Makerere Grounds crisis. first runner-up is Carlton Scovia Nakamia of BBS Terrafaina for the story of Soma Umugali. The winning story in this category presented, though well-researched, well-sourced and engaging storytelling, one of the most pressing issues of the past 2 years. For the story, COVID-19 Complicates Education, the winner of this award is Isaac Kisa of The Independent. The next category is looks into features. This award recognizes a single story or a series of stories told in creative narrative style using techniques such as character development, use of dialogue, visualization, and sense of place. 4 journalists were shortlisted in this category, namely Christopher Ola, Mega FM, Carlton Scovia Nakamia, BBS Terrafaina, Irene Abalo Oto, Daily Monitor, Kalunji Kabuye, New Vision. The second runner-up in the features category is Kalunji Kabuye of New Vision for the story COVID-19 Lockdown. Will the slave generation survive? Quite a title. The first runner-up is Carlton Scovia Nakamia of BBS Terrafaina for the story Underrepresentation, What Has Changed About Disability and Politics. The winner of this category told a story of trauma and violence with pathos that can only come from lived experience. Careful consideration was given to the characters whose stories were told, and they were presented not merely as victims, but survivors with agency and a voice. It is a standout example of what feature writing is and can achieve. The winner of the Features Award is Irene Abaloto of Daily Monitor for her story series titled Scars in the LRA World. The next category, health reporting. The Health Reporting Award is given to distinguished reporting on a wide range of issues, including public health, medical research, the business of healthcare disease, and health ethics. This category attracted some of the highest scoring entries in the entire competition, a testament to the growing interest and excellence in health services reporting. 6 entries were shortlisted in this category. The stories were reported by Agnes Chotalengerie and Rita Mukasa, New Vision; Banadiga, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation; Betty Amamukirori and Violet Nabatanzi, New Vision; Daniel Lutaya and Godfrey Badele, NBS Television; David Mafabi, the PML Daily; Michael Wambi, Uganda Radio Network. 2 entries tied for the second runner-up award, Saving Backs Amidst COVID-19, Celebrating Midwives, by Banadiga of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, and Postpartum Hemorrhage, Leading Cause of Maternal Mortality, by David Mafabi of the PML Daily. So this is not Bernard and David. They're taking 4, Bernard and David, all right. 2 entries also tied for the first runner-up award, Pre-Eclampsia, The Silent but Dangerous Women and Neonatal Killer, by Michael Wambi of Uganda Radio Network, and Blood Shortage by Agnes Chotalengerire and Rita Mukasa of New Vision. Agnes, I know is here. Michael Wambi. The winning story in the health reporting category will be remembered by many as one that demonstrated the reporter's resilience and courage to illustrate through his own experience the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The winners are Daniel Lutaya and Godfrey Badebe of NBS Television for the story 15 Days in COVID. The next category, Justice, Law and Order Reporting. Judging of the Justice, Law and Order Reporting Award was based on journalism that examines or illuminates one or a range of issues related to the court system, human rights and the rule of law, police and prisons. The finalists in this category are Karo Kasuja, Joseph Makumbi and Michael Deng, New Vision. Jamila Mulindwa, NBS Television. Lilian Namsoke Magezi, New Vision. Sabir Musa, Radio Patches. The second runners-up in the Justice, Law and Order Reporting category are Karo Kasuja, Joseph Makumbi and Michael Deng of New Vision for the story series on a city pastor and a baby swapping scandal. The first runner-up for the story, How COVID-19 Affected Women in Uganda, is Lilian Namsoke Magezi of New Vision. The winning entry in this category used the story of one girl to shed light on a persistent evil in Uganda. While the topic of the report is well known, this entry stood out for linking the experience of victims of crime to the challenge of access to justice. The story was told with compassion for its main subject and clearly outlined the regulatory changes necessary to create a better country for the youth of Uganda. The winner is Jamila Mulindwa of NBS Television for the story of this man with the report. The next category, Local Reporting. The Local Reporting Award recognizes the work of reporters based outside of Kampala who provide a clear understanding of events and issues of importance to their locality. It honors reporters who demonstrate excellence and versatility in covering local issues for a local, regional, or national audience. The 5 finalists for this award were produced by Eddie Olwa, NBS Television, Herbert Kamoga, NTV Uganda, John Dibaba, Radio Patches, John Okot and Jesse Muto, Northern Uganda Media Club, Sabir Musa, Radio Patches. The second runner-up is Sabir Musa of Radio Patches for the story, The Impact of Rock Blasting Activity by DOT Services on the Community in Oluko. Tied up for the first runner-up award are Herbert Kamoga of NTV Uganda for the story Domestic Violence, Nakaseke mother of 7 sleeping in the cold with her children, and John Okot and Jesse Muto of Northern Uganda Media Club for the story Gulu's Eco-Entrepreneurs Melt Plastic Waste into Low-Cost Face Shields. Herbert Kamoga and John Okot and Jesse Muto. The subject of the winning entry rose to prominence because of a single picture shared across social media. Many told her story, but only a few attempted to follow what happened next. This entry is a good example of the purpose and power of Day 2 journalism and demonstrates why a curious mind is important for any good journalist. The winner is John Dibaba of Radio Patches for the story How the Nurse of the Year 2020 Rose to the Limelight and What Happened Next. The next category, National News Broadcast. The National News Reporting Award is granted to stories that illuminate and explain issues of national concern through powerful explanation, sourcing, analysis, and storytelling. 2 awards are given in this category, one for broadcast and one for print and online stories. Shortlisted for this award are Benjamin Jumbe, 93.3 KFM, Carlton Scovia Nakamia, BBS Terefaina, Daniel Lutaya and Godfrey Badebye, NBS Television, Samuel Senono, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation. Tied in 3rd place are Benjamin Jumbe of KFM for his series of reports on defilement, and Daniel Lutaya and Godfrey Badebye of NBS Television for the story The Hands That Fed Us. The first runner-up is Carlton Scovia Nakamia of BBS Terefaina for the story Porous Borders, Can Uganda Survive the COVID-19 Pandemic? The winner of the National New Broadcast Award is Samuel Senono of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation for going back in time to explain how COVID-19 spread through Uganda, who was most affected, and what government did or did not do to contain the outbreak of the pandemic. The winning story is titled Detecting Uganda's First COVID-19 Case. The next category, National News Print. Shortlisted in this category are Carol Kasuja and Umar Suga, New Vision, Franklin Ezaruku Draku, Daily Monitor, Gerald Tenwa, New Vision, Ian Katusime, The Independent. The second runner-up of the National News Print Award is Franklin Ezaruku Draku of Daily Monitor for the story COVID-19 Promises, What Went Wrong with Implementation? The first runner-up is Gerald Tenwa of New Vision for the story Lake Victoria Under Threat as Key City Drainage Wetland is Invaded. The winning entry looked at a single event from multiple angles, providing readers with clarity in the midst of great confusion and suggestions for future solutions. The winners are Carol Kasuja and Umar Suga of New Vision for the story Mapfire, Why Police Don't Ban Again. The next category, Business, Economy and Finance Reporting. This award is given to a story or series of stories on business, economics, public or private finance in Uganda that demonstrates excellence, creativity and journalistic merit. The finalists in this category are George Katongole, Daily Monitor, Lydia Navakoza, Swaliki Sali and Hassan Waswa, NBS Television, Patricia Akankwasa, The Independent, Paul Murungi, Daily Monitor, Robert Atwire, New Vision. The second runners-up in this category are Lydia Navakoza, Swabiki Sali, and Hassan Waswa of NBS Television for the story The Kenya-Uganda Trade War. Sharing the runner-up award are Patricia Kankwasa of The Independent for the story Coronavirus Catastrophe and Robert Adhere of New Vision for the story Oil Industry, FID Delay Hits Local Companies. The winning story in this category was well sourced, detailed, and provided the type of exemplary reporting that audiences desire to understand the vagaries of Uganda's economy. The winner is Paul Murungi of Daily Monitor for the story that asked, "What can Uganda do with her milk surplus?" The final category, environment reporting. The Environment Reporting Award recognizes a story or a series of stories that have the potential to make a significant contribution to public awareness and understanding of environmental issues. Shortlisted in this category are Franklin Draku, Daily Monitor, Gerald Tenwa, New Vision, Henry Okurut, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, Mark Arnold Wadulo, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation. The second runner-up award for environment reporting goes to Henry Okurut of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation for the story Homeless Creatures, who was stuck with 1,000 wild birds at Parliament. The first runner-up award goes to Franklin Draku of Daily Monitor for a series of in-depth stories that explain the nature and impact of pollution on Lake Victoria. The winning entry in the environment reporting category was a clear standout in 2020. The reporter was commended by the panel of judges for his tenacity and persistence in reporting on a single issue through the year in order to highlight a critical issue of our times. This story series demonstrated the reporter's depth of knowledge, curiosity, and passion to tell underreported environmental issues with engaging storytelling. The winner is Gerald Tenwa of New Vision for his Save the Goma Forest story series.
When I'm doing stories, the human interest stories, I normally be part of that story. I try to understand who the person I'm talking to. I try to understand why am I doing this and how is it going to benefit the person. This award means a lot. It shows that first, the issue that I covered really touched many people, and also that people are willing to listen. Yeah, so it means a lot that my effort was recognized, but as well as the light I shone into that issue, everyone has seen it, and hopefully more will be done.
It gives me courage to carry on with my journalistic work because I believe we journalists are not appreciated most of the times. But when you get recognition like this at the end of the year, it gives you like new strength of how to begin the new year and how to tell more stories in a manner that gives people hope and show them what they are supposed to be doing in the public. I've been trained by ACME for very many years. I think I've trained for them this year. I've trained 2 times in the land. There was a training about land and natural resources. Another training was about elections last year. So ACME is part of us because it gives us hands-on skills on how to approach stories, how to get ideas, sourcing, and how to come up with a good story.
You'll notice nobody has been awarded for doing the best live coverage at Independence Day or at Namugongo Matters Shrine. That's Newsbeat. It is what we do every day. Nobody has been awarded for covering media center press conferences. So it is to tell all journalists that the real journalism is the things that are happening to the real people. It is not in Parliament. Nobody has been awarded for reporting the most parliamentary stories. It is what you get from Parliament and take outside to the real people, because the real news, the real stories that people want to hear, they actually have those stories in their communities. So it is going out to the communities, getting the stories that touch the people themselves and putting that on television. That is what makes good journalism, and that is what has come out in these awards clearly. When you award a journalist like myself, I feel rewarded, I feel revitalized, and then I go into the new year wanting to do more, because I know at the end of the year there will be an award thanking me for the work that I do. The work is not easy. You're investigating government agencies, you're investigating politicians, people who will call you to threaten you, people who will, people who will try to do all sorts of things against you. So the fact that you have somebody or an organization like ACME that is rewarding you for doing that revitalizes you and makes you do it more. Now, for the people, the best thing that comes out of that is that when we journalists keep, investigating these issues that touch them directly, then they will get the services, their money will not be stolen because we'll be exposing the corrupt. It helps journalism to do our core mandate, which is to give a microphone to the most vulnerable in society.
For me, this is the first time I'm winning a national award after staying in journalism for about 15 years. I have been up country and moving this side, and for the first time then winning an award means a lot to me. It means a lot to the people who are upcoming. For me, journalism is promising. Journalism is not the he said, she said. Journalism is sitting down and looking at an issue from a different lens than any other person is looking at. Then you find a point and make a point with whatever you want to write. I take my time and pay attention to details, and some of the things annoy editors who want to get the story out and running. You say, no sir, I still have a few other things to do. I have a few touches to do before I can give you the draft or the final copy. So patience. You don't just call someone and you say, the person was not reachable by the time of filing this story. No, be patient with people, respect them, and find the right source for the story. Then you can pull it off. I have been a beneficiary of ACME trainings for about 7 years now, and yes, the things that they teach there add to my bank of knowledge on what to do when I get a good story. And for me, this is something that I am happy to see them replicate in other journalists as they do great works, yes.
In-depth analysis inside the story is very important. Bring the story out of the hard figures and the numbers and just lay it down for a normal person to understand it. Because we do these stories for the public, we don't do it for ourselves or our newsrooms. We do it for the public, so it's important that the public understands whether they have gone to school or not. And for me, that is always vital whenever I'm executing my stories. I grew up watching people win these awards. So me being at the center stage to be able to win an award is one way to say these awards are a big motivation. I always saw, people do win these awards, and I always wanted to do a story that can win such an award. So walking away with 2 accolades in one night is just to simply say that these awards are a big motivation for the work that we do. And also, it could be the only journalism awards that we actually get to witness every year, year in and year out. The consistency alone is also a big push for the work that we do.
These awards really tend to show what the best should be for a journalist. The expectation for any journalist, that is what it should be. And that is what the awards really teach us, the media people. A competition means that you have to do something extraordinary. And I can assure you that for my story that won me the award, which is news illustration, where I was actually shortlisted as the only person in that category, I really put in time to, visualize the floods in Kasese from River Nyamwamba. And I used graphics to try and show the audience out there who don't know the location of River Nyamwamba, who don't know where it comes from, who don't know how these villages, the hospitals and all are affected. So I used graphics to try and bring out that picture more clearly for the audience.
West Nile Radio Patches. Radio Patches who have been known of winning awards. So far at least in 5 years we have won 3 awards under local reporting, and it's a good one for us. This shows that indeed we as journalists, we are doing the best in serving the community. We're making sure leaders will account for the offices that they're bearing. We are generating public debate, and we are playing our watchdog role. The story that I did was about how the Nurse of the Year 2020 rose to limelight. This is about a village nurse in Idiofe Health Center 3 wheeling a patient from Idiofe Health Center 3 to Arua Regional Referral Hospital for a distance of 2 kilometers and spending 2 hours in the referral after failing to get ambulance. The story, after us covering, it generated public debate, and it won scholarship for this village girl called Doris Okudinia. As upcountry journalists, many of us are not paid well, by the way. The salary that many of us earn is less than 500,000. But this wouldn't discourage us as upcountry journalists. We need to stick to our ethics. And for the owners of the media houses, please, we also need to pay the journalists who work for us fairly. That is the only way we are going to promote journalism in Uganda and in upcountry. Thank you.
Investigative journalism in its way is very risky. It is very, you're there. And when someone notices that we see you, we see what you're doing, and they appreciate you with this award, and I've received it like last year, the other year, and the other year. But it is really that vote of confidence in your work and a reminder that someone is actually following your work and appreciating your work. When you do a story and someone recognizes that story and says thank you, it's encouraging for you to keep on doing that work. So I'm really grateful to ACME for honoring me once again with this award.